Injective. So, Injective is claiming to be the world's fastest Ethereum virtual machine. They sit comfortably on a market cap of $1 billion. And this is one where you have to be honest, the development here has been really, really positive. This looks to be a very, very strong chain. And whilst competition is rife in this space, should have a good year. Now, before I get into it, if you're new here, this spreadsheet shows the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. In the videos, I showed myself buying up all of these cryptos. These were all coins that I thought were going to make a lot of money, which is obviously why I bought them. These are what these coins were worth when I recorded my videos. These are the highs these cryptos hit around about 16 months on, and these are what your profits would have been if you'd have popped $100 into these coins. 100 into each would have made you over 123 grand in that time. Now, you don't have long to get your portfolio sorted. We're in a bull cycle right now, and altcoin season is very, very close. And if you're sitting on cryptos you're not confident in, get onto copymycrypto.com, have a read through the site. This is the site I run where I share all the coins that I own with my members. Whenever I find a crypto that I think is going to make a ton of cash, I jump onto my site, I tell my members about the crypto that I found, the price that I'm going to be buying it at. Whenever I sell one of my coins, I tell my members the coin I'm selling and the price I'm selling at. So there's no work for my members. They make the exact same profit as me. And if you go onto my site, you'll see some of the profits my members have made. You'll see some of my past successes. You'll see their testimonials. This is all public record. Everything that you read, watch, see, whether it is a meme coin that did a 300x in a couple of weeks and my members got in and out of, whether it is Phantom, which did a 700x in the previous bull cycle, made millionaires. It's all on the history of this channel. And if after reading through and verifying it all, you want to hear more, you want to find out the cryptos that are the winners this bull cycle, all you have to do to find out is join up on the site. Now, Injective. So, Injective's had a pretty good time. Now, granted, in the previous bull cycle, it really didn't do incredibly. It did go from about $1 to about 20. But in just last year, it was as high as $54 or $55, I think. Oh, $52.75, right? So it had a pretty damn good run. Now, Injective itself is let's go token unlocked. There you go. So unlocked is all of Injective. There are 102,000 holders. They did have a random 50,000 drop. Is that can't be right? That can't be right. So Injective is the first and only blockchain built for finance. It's an open, interoperable layer 1, powering DeFi, real-world assets, AI, DEXs, prediction markets, lending protocols, and more. Its powerful core infrastructure primitives that applications can leverage include a fully decentralized MEV-resistant on-chain order book. Developers can literally use their plug-and-play modules to deploy applications that take years on other chains. It's also one of the most interoperable layer 1s ever, which is fully compatible with major chains like Ethereum and Solana. They also provide a next-generation, highly interoperable smart contract platform based on WASM 2.0 with advanced interchain capabilities. They can sustain enormous throughput of around 25,000 transactions per second. And they're currently leading new forms of innovation across a ton of different, what they call verticals. If you're not familiar with the term verticals, it just really means categories. They've had over 100 projects incubated. They are backed by some of the biggest names, whether it was incubated by Binance, Pantera Capital bought in, Jump Crypto, Mark Cuban, all bought in. Injective, as you can see right now, 1.5 million wallets out there. There's about 57 million Injective staked. You get 12% return, which is actually very good. Very, very good. Let's have a look at some of the analytics of Injective. Is this just the exchange? Right, okay. So, 2-month daily trading volume, derivatives markets. Actually, trading volume is pretty good. But yeah, this is just the spot markets, derivatives market. It's a lot of money, though. A lot of money. Okay, now, again, when you actually take a look at Injective, they're working with Binance, Jump, Google, Pantera, Galaxy, and Deutsche Telekom. Deutsche Telekom, no joke either. It's built for developers, institutions, as well as individuals. When you actually have a look through Injective's site, you can see what is actually around. So they've got, as I said, backed by Coinbase Institutional, Google Cloud, Hydro Protocol, Neptune Finance, NTT, Pyth, Sonic. And you can start having a look and seeing which dApps are working directly with Injective. You can have a look at connected chains, the infrastructure, the institutions. Institutions, obviously good names here. But DApps-wise, again, DApps-wise looking pretty good. Athena's no joke. Helix, Mito, Hydro Protocol. You've got connected chains, pretty much all of the big boys. All of them. Which, again, very, very good sign. And if they are sustaining a 25,000 transaction per second rate, they are one of the strongest blockchains around. The reality is that, of course, we are seeing a lot of new layer ones coming out, many of which have theoretical throughputs far higher than that. Some are talking about hundred thousands per second. Some are talking about a couple 100,000 per second based on the new technologies. But until they actually hit those numbers, these theoretical throughputs are still just that, theoretical. Injective has been up and running for long enough now that it is trusted across the board. They don't have issues. Hell, you can see that some of their like Citadel is one of their validators. You've got, I always say don't put exchanges on. I really don't. I'm not a fan of people of these lot putting exchanges on, but fair enough. But again, DApp-wise, this is massive now. Absolutely massive. And you can start actually diving in well above 100. Well above 100 that are working with them directly now. And it seems DeFi or DeFi adjacent is like where the majority of stuff is knocking about. Obviously, they've got, they talk about 66 different validators that they've got. We can have a look at the validators. That gives you an idea of how trustworthy a project can be as well. You can look into each validator. So the validators aren't bad. I think realistically, what I'm more interested in are things like real world assets along with DeFi. And they've got some interesting real world assets involved. So they've got traditional FI, and we're starting, to be fair, to see real world assets, or at least we're starting to see New York Stock Exchange based stuff starting to hit the blockchain. like last week, Dow Jones Index announced that they're working with Centrifuge. So that brings the S&P 500 onto the blockchain as like a tokenized version. We're starting to see this more and more and more. I'm still skeptical with regards to stuff like housing. How the hell is that even going to work? I don't think it will, honestly. But Injective isn't really all about real world assets. It's about building. Can you build great stuff? And they've got a network in place that anyone can use, that any developer can use to really build and grow. And the more I look at Injective, the more I think right now it's probably undervalued. 102,000 holders. You've got 1.5 million accounts on the network. They're doing very good numbers in terms of transactions. Transactions just since they've been up and running over 2.2 billion. They're doing transactions after transaction after transaction. Last 24 hours, 4 million. This is a heavily used network. This is not anything to put your nose apart. While transactions per second right now 56, so it's not the kind of 25,000 that they say that they can do. But also there is the query of there's nothing probably needs 25,000 transactions per second yet. But we probably are going to be in that space in 3, 4, 5 years. So they need to make sure that that technology works. I look at this as undervalued. I do actually think this can break its previous high. If we are going to have a bull cycle kick on, a parabolic run up, there is no reason this can't aim for more than its all-time high, which was $52. I actually think there's absolutely a world that this can get to triple digits. This could even be a $100 coin. All that really is required is just building that momentum, getting some leadership in front of cameras, especially if we start that parabolic cycle, or even if Bitcoin just keeps going to new highs. Every time Bitcoin goes to a new high, there's, your talking head shows and channels want founders of projects on, and you get on and you start talking about Bitcoin, and then you can talk about your own project, you can draw in investors. I think that's really all that's needed. This has got longevity, this is here to stay, but I think $100 is a really fair target for this bull cycle. Do you think there is a better layer 1 out there, or a better competition? Or is there just an interesting project on Injective that you don't think anyone's talking about? Let me know in the comments. Guys, look, we're in a bull cycle. And if you're sitting on coins you're not happy with or confident in, get onto copymycrypto.com, have a read through the site. It's the site I run where I share all the coins I own with my members. Whenever I find a crypto that I think is going to make a ton of money, I jump onto my site, I tell my members about the crypto that I'm going to buy, the price that I'm going to buy it at. All my members can get in and out of cryptos at the same price, so they make the same profit. On my site, you'll see some of the profits my members have made. You can see some of their testimonials. You can see some of my past successes, whether it was a meme coin that did a few 100x in 2 weeks, whether it is Phantom that did nearly 700x, and many of the people that got in on that course made millions. All of it is public record. It's all on the history of this channel. Verify it all. And if after doing that you want to hear more, you want to find out which coins are the winners this cycle, all you have to do to find out about them is join up on the site, guys. And if you do, I'll see you there. Take care. Bye-bye.